How much I paid for this? $14? It was on discount. Alright. I feel like I got a steal. Today's video will mark my strangest topic as of yet, and it comes from a comment I had from my Dusk video. The comment recommended Cruelty Squad and said that the game looks like eye cancer, I believe. Then I saw it, and yes, it was aptly described as aforementioned. So, with that being said, what did I think of the game? 2 words. Just 2. First one, huh? Second one, what? It's an anomaly of a game, an overdose to every sensory organ the human body possesses. A game where at surface level you would think it was made as a shitpost, completely made with no thought or planning behind it, just a bunch of crap slapped together for shits and giggles. The graphics are hard to look at, with the edges of character models morphing as you come up to them, and all they say is the most absurd shit with like incoherent noises that I don't know, I just get a hemorrhage every time I'm listening to them. Sometimes it looks like the emulator broke and just shat itself because the ROM was corrupted or something. People and objects move at 15 frames per second, replicating some shit that could have come from like 3D Movie Maker. The music comes off like those SoundCloud accounts that follow a quote-unquote something core genre. The sound design is absolutely vicious. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? That scared the shit out of me. For example, you get a leg upgrade to jump higher, and now every time you jump, you're given a loud boing sound effect. Or when you enter a car, the car spits out audio clipping engine noises that feels like needles stabbing my fucking cochlea. It hurts my ears. The art is visually atrocious and disturbing, with no rhyme or reason as to why something will look like that. Like, why does the wall look like the Gorilla Cereal Muncher meme? And good lord, what is that? What in God's name is that? The game design itself can completely fuck you over with no fairness behind it. You can be walking on a bridge and it'll collapse and kill you. Why? For no reason. Just for you to get screwed. I played the game for over 2 hours in my first session, and I wish I was joking, but after I got up after playing, I felt lightheaded and physically unwell. Dude, I'm feeling lightheaded. I'm actually feeling lightheaded. What the Whoa. Wow, what a great game! So, why am I making this video then? Well, for some reason, I jumped on it again, back into the game. But this time with less pain and confusion, and with more appreciation. I'm not sure whether my brain was finally desensitized from it, or if this game is actually a psyop for MK Ultra, but to compare this experience, it felt like using a VR headset for the very first time. The first couple of hours you get sick to the stomach trying to comprehend the functions of it, but afterwards, you just get used to it and start playing it. Dude. Dude, that scared the shit out of me. I don't know why. It expanded. It scared me. Oh my god. What? Whatever. By giving it more time, the game that I thought was a complete shitpost, I actually realized that it plays as well as something like GoldenEye. And that is a huge statement in which seems unbelievable even for me to say. The things I started to notice beyond the obvious shitstorm that the game was were its unique features. The sound design to have the gunshots drop to bass sounds when you're running dry, only to reload by, and I'm not kidding, holding the right click button and flicking your mouse downwards. The upgrades, which are biomechanical implants stuffed into you, are varying in usefulness. My favorites being the shit double jump. Yes, you expel feces from your feet to get a double jump, mix that with the Ferrari goop exhaust pipes coming from your back, and you're flying across the stage like a superhero made up by a toddler who ate too much glue. And to go even further, you can have a grappling hook made out of your intestines. And hey, grappling hooks! I just talked about this recently. Objectively, some upgrades are way better than others, in that they change the way you play the game entirely. Oh yeah, gameplay. Because the game doesn't hold your hand at all, however you want to complete the mission is entirely, and I mean entirely, up to you. You can sneak it, guns blazing, or just zoom past everything looking like a Half-Life speedrun. The replayability is there, allowing you to retry the levels with new upgrades and getting it done in a more efficient manner, turning hard as shit levels before into a walk in the park. While it may seem like a foul game at first, it is surprisingly thought out in terms of what the game is. You know those pictures of an artist having Alzheimer's and you see them slip into a more primitive style of art? I feel like this game was made when a game developer was at their second to last stage before succumbing to the final part of the Caretaker album. It's like it isn't entirely amateur. There are signs in which the game knows what it's doing. It's just purposely breaking the things you shouldn't do in games. When you fall out of the world, the game doesn't kill you off, you just go into the void forever until you quit out and retry. Tiny enemies called flesh rats blend with the floor, being hard to notice, hard to shoot, and poison you, easily fucking up a good run. It is bizarre. It is downright weird. But what's even weirder is the story, or at least what I could have comprehended of it. This story is about you, a broke deadbeat loser who is trying to get some money and now works for a corporation with one job, to assassinate other people. It is a hyper-capitalist world with corporations ruling over every being that exists. Each mission you're guided by this pigman thing that gives you the rundown on why you gotta kill this executive business owner. And the reasons are never sane, and they always stem for monetary purposes. Cruelty Squad is completely hostile in its satire of capitalism. Whether it is tossing at you lunatics saying their unintelligible bullshit, or making them seem like crack addicts with their consumer mentality, these NPCs, however, are definitely echoes of what some people are like in the real world. The only difference being that the NPCs are just amped up to ×10, going straight into exaggeration. But when I look at this dude and his grand collection of Chunko Pops, aka Funko Pops, with a bottle of Prozac on the table, well, the chances of this being somebody's reality, well, they're quite high. There's an in-game mechanic where you can invest in stocks. Yes, trading stocks in an FPS game. And it isn't a joke mechanic either, it's intricate. You can invest in companies that continuously raise in value, or invest in a startup company only to realize that the rug had been pulled and all your money just went down the shitter. Surprisingly realistic.
And food. This shit went broke.
Fucking stole my money. That's hilarious. That's great. What a true story. There's a fish stock market for some reason? A fishing minigame involved? I don't know. You can burst open your enemies, steal their organs, and sell it on what I'm assuming is a legal platform in this world. Each body part has its description, mostly talking about how they're used and how some are no longer needed. My favorite one being the pancreas. Manages the regulation of blood sugar levels, completely superfluous due to advances in the food industry. Little things like that open up more lore into how this world has become entirely artificial, cutting off all ties to the human body's need, and more so to the human mind's greed, leaving you to imagine how worthless human life has become. Especially when technology has advanced so far that it only takes $500 to reconstruct your body and bring you back from the dead, about the same price as an eel in the fish stock market. Okay, fish? Parts. Stocks. Yes, the Holy Trinity. God bless. Oh, it is depressing. It fills me with dread thinking about how I would live in this world if I were to be stuck in it. It is on the level of hopelessness as I have no mouth and I must scream. Oh, you know what? I actually do have 2 words to describe the game. Depressing and terrifying. With all of this being said, the game doesn't force you to feel anything about it. It isn't trying to give you a direct message or telling you how to feel at all. I mean, if the game already looks, sounds, and plays like this, I don't think it gives a damn what anyone thinks at all. What an amazing game. I am filled with awe and dread because of this game. There is still more that I haven't even covered. The meaning behind what the Divine Light does, the secret levels that give extra lore, I'm assuming, the multiple endings the game offers. As much as I find the experience interesting, I can't play this game for too long, and I'll leave that for you to decide if you want to find out more about it.
What the fuck?
Some games are garbage and aren't fun. Other games hook you in, and it's what you'd expect and like to play. Cruelty Squad, it exists, it makes you experience it, and could give less of a shit what you think in the end. It is by definition a punk game, and for that, I admire it. So, can I recommend this game? If you got the money for it and are truly looking for one of the most unique video game titles out there right now, then yeah, go for it. There's a huge difference between watching this and experiencing it firsthand. If you end up liking it, then I'm glad I can introduce it to you. If you come out the other end hating it, then I'm glad I introduced it to you. However you end up feeling, just remember, grab your super munchers, crack open a hungry human soda, snatch a copy of Gorbino's Quest to lose 500 hours of your life, and await for your order of your newest Chunko Pop. Because life is fine, don't think too much, don't break any cycles, don't try anything new. Sever your divine light and traverse the grid of death. Relax. Take it easy. Indulge. And thanks for watching. Till next time.
Okay, huh? Did that door even open the right way?
Now,
That's gotta be the weirdest thing I've seen so far.